Hey everyone, this is Brandy from Duncan as well. I just wanted to make a video about self-care. Self-care is really important just in life in general, but especially in foster care. Self-care can mean many things. I was actually in a group at my nursing organization that focused on self-care for nurses and how important it was. So I've taken many things from that. One of those things is just taking a walk when you get stressed. Just taking 10 minutes and going outside and finding, a place to just breathe and just get away from it all just for a few minutes. Sometimes you get a baby that won't stop crying, and one of the things that everyone thinks is that you have to fix it, you have to make it quit crying. But that's not always the case. It doesn't always work, no matter what you do. I actually read one of my friend's blog posts today, just a few moments ago, about her getting her baby that she adopted her very first night. And she said that she cried and cried and cried, and she just like rocked her and rocked her and rocked her all night long. And the baby would still cry. And she was up till 4 a.m. rocking this sweet baby. And it didn't work. Sometimes babies, they just need their space. My grandmother taught me this when I first. She always would say that his body would get sore, that he just needed to rest. So she would have me put him on a pallet and he would just go to sleep. But sometimes babies cry and you think, oh, you gotta hold them, but sometimes they just need their rest. So if you do get a crying baby, just know that you might not be the answer. It might be just placing the baby and taking a break, because babies can feel your energy. So that's one thing about self-care. I know when I get asked what I do for self-care, I often answer take a bath. So I usually have either a bubble bath or an Epsom salt bath. Epsom salt really helps with muscle cramps. Being a nurse, we're kind of on our feet all day or all night, whichever one. And we have a lot of muscle cramps. So Epsom salt has magnesium in it, which is something that you're sometimes deficient in when you have cramps. So it sometimes helps out both ways, just to relax you and give you that added back. So bubble baths or Epsom salt baths are always wonderful. So on the flip side, baths are also great for kids that are kind of unruly or just are having a bad day. Stick them in the bathtub. It usually brightens their day. I know a lot of my friends that go and get their nails done, me not so much, but I do enjoy painting my nails or putting the little stickies on. It's just a fun time to just set aside time for myself, and plus when your nails are all done, you feel like you're just a little bit more fancy, I guess. Another thing I like to do for self-care is read a book. So usually I read a book on vacation. So whenever I read a book, I feel like maybe I'm on vacation. So that's another thing. We, the Duncans, are on vacation. Usually when we have a kid leave, that kind of hurts worse than the others. We take a vacation to the beach and we just sit at night and listen to the waves. And it kind of resets us. I don't know if you have something similar to this, but we just kind of go and just have a good family time. Vacations are also good for new kids. It helps them assimilate to your family, get used to you, and kind of make them feel like they're a part of the family. So vacations are wonderful for self-care and for your kids. Sometimes you can make a nice meal or something that makes you feel familiar to your childhood. I know some of our favorite meals are Thanksgiving. So we have a big Thanksgiving meal just on a random Sunday, and we've had some really good experiences with this with our kids. They really enjoyed it, and it also helps them assimilate to our family. So many times people said that they can't foster because they would lose a child when it went back home. And I just want to focus on, yes, it is a loss, but your kids need healthy losses in order to grow. So you have to deal with it healthy. Like, you have to talk through it. You have to say, yes, it sucks. Yes, it's horrible that this happened, but how great is it that they get to be with someone they love or somewhere they love? We do a lot of self-care after a loss. One of our things that we do after a loss, sometimes it's going on vacation, not like an extravagant vacation, but maybe just like to a beach home, a couple hours away from where we live. And we just kind of hang out and we do nothing. We have nothing on the schedule. We just have beach days and we just have house days. And this week we're actually at the beach. And it's just important to deal and talk and reflect about the good things, right? Because from every situation you have a good thing. You learn something. I know we focus a lot on loss and the loss of a foster child, but I think that for every loss that we have had over the past 4 or 5 years, there's always been another child that has come into our lives that needed that spot. So I just focus on just knowing that I kind of lean on God on this, that God knows who needs our house. So this week I was chatting with one of my friends at work who was trying to open her home for a special set of kids. And it's really hard when you're going through the trenches and you get answers that you don't want, and just not knowing what is meant to happen. But you have to know that God has a plan, and He has written every day of your life before you even live it. And He knows exactly what your family is going to look like 5 years from now. So I just hope that you have a belief that will hold you steady during all the hard times. There's some good times, and we've had some great times this week with past foster kids kind of getting a hold of us and just telling us how much they love us. And it's hard, but it's worth it for these kids. Very worth it.